Yes, that is the first thing we will do today. Is watch a replay involving Crazed. Apparently it's stream worthy, so I'll wait a bit more for some people to come in. Does anybody know why sometimes when I start streaming I'm just not visible on Twitch at all? Is Twitch just a slow website and it takes a few minutes before I show up? I'm a big fan. Maybe you're my only fan, Crazed, and we can do something, you know, involving, let's not use too many words here, otherwise the excitement is lost. Is that another interesting game versus Doctor Who? Interesting that it's interesting. Tonight's games have been awful. I feel like I break every other game. From a trustworthy source I cannot disclose, I have heard that it's more like your brain has been breaking than your hand, or... Well, I don't know yet, Crazed. I didn't see a replay yet, but that's the impression I got from a certain spy. Hello, Patrick. Is your name actually Patrick, or is it more like Patry Kilometer 1? Or is it... And if it's Patrick, are you Polish? Because, you know, with the Y, Patrick. I see a forehead in chat. More like Patrick, okay. Patch is still not here, I know, right, Leo? We'll keep streaming until it hits, and then stream more right after, because we have to test the patch. I'm still not showing up on twitch.television. I know I'm live and that you guys can see me, but okay, there we go. Suddenly I show up. Polish, guessed right. Nice. I'm happy that I'm still very skilled at guessing nationalities. It's kind of creepy. It's not... I do it all the time. I guess that's just what happens when you try not to live in your own country since you were, I don't know, 12. Which you also do coaching instead of boosting, so I want to be able to play spell high. Mazer, don't say anything. Yes, Liru, I will do that. Shut up, Mazer. I also see some follows from many hours ago, because it's kind of pointless to say thank you. Where are you from? I'm from the Netherlands. The reason why I can recognize Polish names is because I used to have a Polish girlfriend when I was 16. So I went to Poland quite a few times, actually. I still miss Oczepek. The cheese. That's pretty good shit. I didn't even know there was such a thing as Polish cheese, but it's better than most famous cheese, especially with cranberry. I think we have some people now, so we can watch the replay and actually start doing things in stream. Polish cheese is Mac on 4 mana. I don't remember any Polish player doing that shit, but sure, I'll trust you on that claim. Crazed against Doctor Who. But apparently he just had a game. This is not the one I'm supposed to see. Well, maybe I am, but it's not the one. Yeah, this one. Two ribbons, nice. I still don't have a single ribbon, even though I'm pretty sure only Solofit has one more games than me in the entire game. Imagine not maining. What is Grace gonna do? I remember from Acer that this is the matchup where you do keep Jux. I don't think it's worth Juxing just so that you can do 3 more damage. I would replace that shit. I mean, replace first before walking anyway. Yeah, you don't need to eat your own towel. So far, nothing too crazy yet. Okay, he does play a Jux just to do 3 more damage to face. I mean, maybe it's worth. I don't know. Wait, what? If you spend the Jux, then you do that so that you can do damage with Boar this turn. So I'm very confused already. I guess the only reason to waste this is so that you can then go face with Boar. You got skins? You look a bit zombified. By the way, I wrote my offer to you on Discord. Okay, I will check it. Well, maybe after streaming, I don't know. Maybe when I take a break. Like a pee break. Is there a way to see the deck list of the games you spectate? No. You'll just have to spy on someone's games for a long time and then you can figure out what they have, right? I just wanted to block the middle tile off. I mean, you already blocked the middle tile off, Crazed. If you go here with the Boar and go into the main tile, eat the Chakri, you already blocked the middle tile off because they need to go down and hit it. And you know, if the Phoenix Fire walk into the middle, that's good for you. The middle is not that important. Because there's no reason to hit here because you expect this thing to live, right? Oh. And then you're not breaking artifact this turn anyway. Also, Doctor Who played the Chakra into Boar, by the way. It's not really necessary as Songhai. Like if you are, I don't know, Abyss, and you put something in the back, then it's just irrelevant for the rest of the game. So then I get it, but as Songhai, it's not necessary. I mean, it did waste an entire Fox in our focus on 4 wins, that's pretty good. You can actually play that shit. You're gonna have his Eclipse at some point, right? So, preferably soon-ish. If you're actually concerned about this mana, you can even just suicide the... What? What? Replace 4 wins? I'm confused. But I'm talking a bit slowly because my throat is a lot better, but... A lot better. But I still have a little bit of sickness. That's why I need you to coach me, okay? I used to do that. I figure out decks from replays. If you watch Solofit, you can figure it out after just one... What happened? I was reading chat. You can figure it out after just one replay. Same for me, most of the time. I got the gold yesterday. You're welcome for the free orbs. Oh, nice. I didn't get any referral pop-up yet, but thank you anyway. I'll get it at some point, right? I think before I do that, I'm just gonna try adding them and asking first. I mean, that is a lot faster. I don't think there are that many people that pretend copyright exists on decks, right? I hope not. You replace... Huh? I'm a bit confused. What? Well, it's mostly because of the 4 winds replays. 4 winds in the mirror is actually OP. I hear a notification. Thanks for the follow, Bamser. Unity really helps in stealing deck list for sure. Didn't get inner focus here. These people are just eclipsing the sun all the time. That's all they're doing. That's pretty crazy actually. Ooh, you got it back. That's 3 pings already, just this plus this. Equivalent Blood Rage Mask into Blood Rage Mask, by the way. I guess their hand was bad, but maybe they had nothing else to do and it helped ping at least a little bit. I don't know. It's indeed quite confusing. You know, it's also confusing, Crazed. Putting this here, because now he has the choice to end run away from it, which means you have to get jugs, and he has the choice to walk up to it and clear it with help of their face. So if you put it in range, might as well put it right next to them so that they have to block it, or, you know, that you might not need to get the jugs. That's something I see a lot of people do, giving their opponent multiple options for no reason. That's maybe one of the most common mistakes. Positioning where you give your opponent 2 choices instead of 1. Do you have lethal here already without even replacing? It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 off, but you also have this thing. Don't you have the mana? This would be 5. And then this 7. Yeah, you have lethal without even replacing. Let's see. Surely you're not missing this, right? Right? Yes, you're not. I mean, Spite is... I've seen much worse shit. It was very confusing, but I've seen more clownery in my life. The Bamser just spent 100 points to make his deck smash lights up. Yes. Hello, Bamser. It's just me, or is the Discord invite from the Dex command invalid? Oh, is that what people were saying? Your Discord link doesn't work, and then all the people said, no, it's working, when I asked, does it actually work? So I guess Fate's invite is not working anymore, right? I'll test it. I thought people were talking about my Discord invite, this link. I'll just post it in case it is problematic. I'm testing now if Fate's invite is expired. Yeah, invite invalid. Okay. Does anybody know the proper invite link of Fate's Discord? Your link worked for me. Okay, good. Then it's just Fate's Discord for the decks. Or does somebody know how to extract the invite? I am in Fate's server, of course. Because the dex command is pretty important. I see people use it all the time. I made it for a reason. People ask for dex all the time. That's the only thing I find very hard at the moment with the ball mouse. The tracking ball mouse is selecting text precisely. Discord G. Thank you, Christ. Did I watch the wrong game, Spy? I've seen much worse than this in my life. Okay, I think I updated the command now. Should be working. No, that's the game. Okay. Did I miss things because I'm an idiot too? It was confusing, I admit. It did raise my confidence, I admit, but I expected worse. Hello, Nangert. I'll test it once more, the link. Yeah, it's working now. What the fuck? Okay, dex command has been fixed. Now we can play the game. Do we care about this rank? Because 7 is kind of good for how shit I am nowadays. It's kind of precious. It's really generous of Joseki to put me here. Because the thing is, my quest is Vet XD. But I do like playing that, so... yeah, let's play the fucking tether memes. And queue into Songhai and die. Or... what's the name? Magmar Plasma Storm. I said it was a psychic yard game, not that it was bad. Okay, that's true. I am aware of the Duelyst 2 category only, but then I don't show up in the game. If you go to watch, the watch section in the game, I show up as someone who's live. So I have to wait until they patch it so that Duelyst 2 category also shows up in game, then I will start streaming there. You could replace the quest. Yeah, but I might reroll into Magmar, Leo. 1/5 of a pack every day, Poggies, same. It's pretty Poggies. I have a shit ton of turn 1 plays in here, so I kind of feel like keeping this. Because I do just lose turn 1 to Chakri otherwise. I also have Russia's Curse, but the thing is, the thing you replace in your opening hand, you cannot get it from the replays. It works like a replace in game after Mulligan. Are we going to risk it? Because I really can count many games where I lost simply because I couldn't draw a single fucking siphon. Yes, fuck you. Okay. I'll keep the 3-drop too. This is my best opening in the game besides the obelisk. The 2-mana one. Hey, there it is. Portagar. This is looking good. This looks like shit they can't deal with. Now I only need Rasher's Curse and we're set. What time expecting? Same as launch time. When is the quest reset? It would make sense if it goes with that. Kinda want to kill that shit. Do we give him Phoenix Fires? Because you know there are bigger threats than 2 Phoenix Fires. The thing is I have to give both of these fuckers away to kill that, and that sucks. I think I'll just pre-hit this with my general and not give them the War Beavers and just do 3+2, which means I think I will keep this, because then I have a guaranteed good play next turn and my obelisk will actually be relevant and these things will have extra movement. All that shit could be relevant. The question is where to put the obelisks and the Guardian. Yes, I will allow the Fox to hit something. Something that is, you know, that I don't want to get hit by anything, but I need somewhat aggressive positioning. The reason why I decided to siphon this after all is because it will be so much harder to deal with the board without Phoenix Fires. Also, I got a 1 attack thing, so if I don't siphon it, they might get 3 fires. That's a bit too much. Okay, nice, they're walking into my shit. So far so good. Without Saber Spine Seal, please, or in focus. Well, at least we got that shit out of him. We can clear board here if I don't play the Windstorm. Which... okay, that's perfect then. It does mean this thing will be out of range and take 3 damage. That sucks. But I do think I want to kill the boar. At least it's at 4 HP. And blocks one of the 2 bad spawns, potentially. Ooh, 1 mana, 2/6, probably. That is a reason to put it here. 2 fuckers for 2 fires, seems like a fair trade to me. Thanks for the modding crazed, because that is indeed totally allowed. 2 fuckers for 2 fires seems like a fair trade indeed. Is Japan freezing at the moment? I'll check for your Axiom. I did go outside only half an hour ago. It didn't feel very cold, but it's 3 degrees. Tether, tether. Oh, we lost. We can't reach it even though we got a good spawn. Wouldn't have killed that anyway. We can... we also can't reach this. Feels bad, man. It is 1 mana. But I will give him the mana. Fuck this thing. I actually want to win Storyteller and all the other shit. Okay, I will do it and probably die. I'm out of here. Maybe that's not a good play, I don't know. I was roping it again. I kind of wanted to go here or here with my general to block bad spawns, but couldn't do that. I also wanted to play these two or these two, but I just didn't see a way to position well and not giving the mana tile that will spawn here. So when I replaced into this, I just played it. It's also something they have to answer if they don't want 4 wins to die. I'm just a bit afraid that our face will get fucked here. Or that they have some kind of blowout turn. Maybe I shouldn't have hit with this. Would have made it more awkward. It was 40 Celsius here in Australia today. It's summer there, right? Refresh all mana tiles. Are you testing this right now, or is it actually good if you play enough units to cash in? It can be 1 mana 2/6. Basically we did this because Fate smoked weed. What the fuck? MDS? Are you clearing board, or are you fucking my face? You're fucking my face. We might be okay even though we don't have any healing in the deck. Depends. Because the card count is low and we are above 6. This thing is a terrible spawn. Well, I guess not, because we can kill this. I will tell you how this thing happened later. I need more serious shit than that. Scarab, you suck. Well, we can clear board if we suicide 4/4. I guess we have to. It does make it less likely we die, and they're actually playing Killing Edge and MDS, so you know, actually have to clear that thing. Could also just prime his death. But yeah, I want the Heartseeker gone. And put this obelisk here so that they can't walk 2 down and put something out of range of the Scarab Blast. Was there a way to put this thing more aggressively? Because they can run away from this, which I don't like. Was there a way to do that? I was roping. So Bloodman and I mean we managed to pull off was play Telemancer and then the next turn play Doomcaster on the bad obelisk spawn and Time Maelstrom in the same turn. So the meme actually paid off. We went 4 out of 4 with the deck when we just started playing it. And then we lost 2 games and I was like, okay, fuck this Telemancer shit. Of course, 3 cards, but it's Blood Rage Mask, Avis Eclipse. Phoenix Fire is not enough. I do expect to still live now. The question is, will we be able to kill them? Because of course they're gonna run away. Maybe if we don't get fucked by spawns. Oh, then... yeah, okay, that's also running away. Gets blocked. Oh, he's actually clearing some shit. I mean, he does need to survive for only 1 turn, then he wins, so it makes sense. Oh, it's not dead. So we didn't get fucked by spawns because of this thing. So we have 5, 8, 10, 12. Okay. Thank you, casino. Wait. This thing still can't reach because of this fucking obelisk. So 5, 8, 10. So we did get fucked by spawns, right? Feels bad, man. Well, we can try. Let's play around Jock's place. We also got fucked by my bad positioning with Primus and Obelisk. Well, we're gonna die. Wait, we can't play around Jocks because I went 2 back with the Scarab. Idiot. This is a bad spawn. Potentially, I don't know. We're just a bit unlucky with the spawns. And Heaven's Eclipse, Blood Rage Mask, top keg. At least Boar is hard to reach. But yeah, because I walked 2 back with this thing, I couldn't play around Jocks. I should have been here and then like Scarab here. Oh, the Blood Rage Mask. Another Heaven's Eclipse? Or are we going to steal this game? Yawn. Three mana, they kind of need Phoenix Fire. I'll say we'll play it, I guess. Even though we got Songhide and we didn't get the decent enough spawns. So okay, we dropped a lot of ranks, of course. Fuck you, Vitruvian. Next time I'll put the obelisk better. Yeah, 1 million alive, we lose. And this guy actually played MDS and Killing Edge. Nice start to the stream. The salt is already there. Somebody really likes Tether. I think he just likes weed. You have a way with words? I do. Nengert Lizard? Are we playing against Nengert? Ooh, we can actually regain some ranks if we win then. But he's playing Lizards against Obelisk, so GG. I guess this is useless then, right? Well, we could find Scarab. Looks like the only card that's good against Magmar. In this deck, I mean. Let's get fucked by the Dark Frenzy. Don't want you. I want Scarab. Makes sense he opened like this because he knows I play Obelisks. It's a bit awkward for Obelisks if they walk forward. Okay, we're gonna lose because we don't have Siphon Energy. If we replace this into Russia's, it will also work. That's not Russia's. What am I even going to First Wish now? First Wish on this doesn't do anything. Unless I go face. And after First Wishing I can't Russia's Doomcaster anymore. We lost already. Vitruvian is really not that fun against all these tryhard. I'm not saying I'm not a tryhard, by the way, but you know, Vitruvian is fun if you... No, even against other Vitruvians it's not that fun because it's also Siphon the game. we're gonna drop out of rank 20, top 20 after these dailies. I don't know, man. Are we just gonna go face with this shit and lose? Let's lose. Where do I put the fire blaze that I can't rush? Here, I guess. Yeah, Siphon on a turn too late. What a surprise. But yeah, they can't reach the obelisk with rush from this Vindicator, at least. We'll get net selected, but... Actually, she's thinking Fast the high skill to be top level with. Maybe at the moment, yes. You definitely can't make mistakes. You could see that against Songhai, right? I made one mistake and I didn't have lethal for that reason. Well, I'm not sure if it was a mistake. I'm not sure if there was a positioning that was good there. There probably was. I was roping. I usually don't do well when I rope. This is a difficult matchup indeed. We don't know how to approach Magma's Obelisk Portal Vet. Just felt like it's lost cause. Play Scarab, then you have a fighting chance. This thing got rushed out. What a fun experience. We could reach this with a windstorm. That will be a fun experience. I guess Doomcaster is actually worst. Unless I go face. Yeah, maybe we'll just do some testosterone shit. So I'm gonna replace this 2-drop, even though this is actually good with the Fireblaze potentially. Ooh. We're getting more burst. You know what? I will do the testosterone shit, because it's fucking lizards. I don't know what else to do. So we're gonna siphon this. The reason why I was like, oh, let's just go face is because I got the Russias with 2 Fire Blazes and they don't have Mercantor yet without Flash. If they have Flash Mercantor, we probably just lose. So yeah, it is indeed a testosterone play. But yeah, if they don't have a good answer to this shit, they do die, so that's an exciting prospect. Meg really doesn't need Vindicator, yeah, but I think the biggest problem card in that faction, surprisingly, is not Vindicator but Flash. Which is weird to say. Asshole. You're not the first, Nangat, I don't know if you're listening, but you're not the first to fucking play Plasma Storm in aggro shit, and it doesn't make any sense. Maybe you're not aggro, I don't know, but you play Greater Fort, so... This doesn't die to Mercantor General Punch. I mean, we can't play around Plasma Storm anyway. Not sure what the best spot is for the Guardian. Could be here or here. I guess the more central position. Hit. Okay, that's a bit of burst, that's nice. If to play another plasma, we probably lose. We could top deck a Scarab after they plasma, and if they then don't have net select, well, we would just play with the Primus, I guess. If we top deck Scarab from Siphon Replays. This blocks a good spawn, but I don't want this to die to Counter Punch. And I needed this to go here for the egg. More Vindicator bullshit. You need Flash, I think, to kill it, right? Or do you run fucking Phalanxar? Greater Fort. Yes. We would win here with Star's Fury, but I think Nangant knows this is a list without Star's Fury. So do we have lethal here? We have 6, 9, but I need to punch this with myself, so we're 2 off lethal. So I'm gonna replace this because we can actually win. Fuck! Now I wish I still had Siphon for this. So it's just 2 games in a row where we actually, you know, win, except we don't. Because we can't get the burst we need. Unlike all the other factions. There were so many outs, and all the Russias, a Fireblaze, and all the Primus. It's... Why did I have to get the Vitruvian daily? Why? Now we're gonna die to counter burst. Useless draws. This is just not it. That was the turn where we needed it. With Greater Fort, because that's easy concede. No. Not with Greater Fort, okay. Maybe we just spam the board then. Is there a top deck lethal? Not with these spawns. So I think we'll bank on Nangert not having another plasma so far. He didn't anyway. And then we can win with this shit. And keep the burst, right? This thing will not die to Plasma Storm even. Feels good, man. Do we really need to push these things? I don't think we need to push those things. Are we going to play around Bounded Life Force? Is he that kind of person? So we're not playing around Bounded Life Force. No reason to hit here for some lethal. Oh, that could be nice. Maybe. So like Plasma Storm and block here. So yeah, they do need to hit something before they can play something, which is nice. No Flash Spirit, can't please. Mystic, okay. So I don't think they fixed this yet, so we win actually. because these things will transform back. Based Maelstrom. We actually pulled it off. Fuck you, Nangert, if you're listening. Obviously we have lethal, but... That feels good. We actually beat Plasma Storm, Lizard, Nangert, number 5 on the list. Then why couldn't we win against that Songhai, huh? Why? Hey, got 4 ranks back. We're still lower than at the start of the stream. Because we dropped so much against that Songhai Diamond player, right? Nangert, still above me. Feels bad, man. But I don't feel bad about winning. Let's rechat. Negative 1 plasma and tourney. Feels bad, man. But it didn't even matter. Obelisk 461. You mean a 4 attack obelisk? That sounds good. Mecha ramp, AoE, spot remove, burst, silence, transform, hand swap, heal and stat boost. GG. Yeah, they have everything. For that reason, they also have many decks. You know, they have combo, they have control, they have aggro, they have mid-range, all that shit. Maybe it's time to take your dailies to Legacy. Yeah, that is probably better there, right? I don't know the cards that well from the last patch of Counterplay Duelyst, but at least they have removal. Yeah, you can. Zero flashes. That's true. But you did get your 1-off Plasma Storm, right, Nangert? At least somebody in chat said you are running only 1. Yeah, I could have moved the obelisk. Okay, let's play more with these Tether memes. We didn't actually play any Tether yet. Today, I mean. Yes, I had 1-off Plasma. Then it's not that unlucky, right? Well, I know Flash is fucking important, but... To remove also bad right now, yes. Whoa, that was easy. Who is this? Akrasia Pro... They're in Diamond. I don't think Diamond players should be that scared to play against S people, right? Hey, I think we're back on the same spot as before we lost to the Songhai. Right? Wasn't this where we were before? Yeah, exactly. 1 below Sola. Okay, thank you for the rank up. Why do I keep checking this shit? It literally doesn't matter. I hate it that I'm competitive. Win trading. Easy win for Vanor, unless we can somehow face them before Jax. Ooh, this is bad. This is actually not bad against Vanor, because 1 mana 2/6. What are they gonna do without Plasma Storm? But I need it much later. It's not good in the... It's like in the mid game or the late game that this thing can actually work, this meme. Okay, that's nice. I'll keep this shit. It's good enough. Because, you know, there are a lot of Vanors out there not running Chrome Cold. And then Obelisks are actually pretty good against Vanor. You only have to play around Punch, Cryo. And that's basically the only good answer to Obelisks, besides Hard Sister plays in the Vanor lists that are Solvit inspired. So don't run Chrome Cold. Because Aspect of the Fox or Hailstone Prison on Obelisks is horrible. Actually horrible. Capra Zopra. No, Zoppa, not Sopra. It almost looks like an R. Snow Schneischer. What the fuck is happening? At least I can kill this forever. Well, maybe not. If we get a really bad spawn, no, please, please, please. Thank you. So we can kill that thing forever, but we also need to kill this. So that's a bit difficult. Duelyst also almost dies if I don't. We have 5 potentially. I think I'm actually gonna replace this, even though it can be very good. I want Russia's curse or something. Fuck you, Telemancer. I really don't want. I will just go here with my general. Let's first wish first. I don't mind getting this back. So I'm going here to deny the infiltrate on this. We got Russia's. Nice. 2 cards, and this one doesn't go back. So, pretty sure we win. We do have more snow schneizes. Nice top decks. Very nice top decks. A card that goes back to your hand on 2 cards, and a Fenrir on 4 mana. Already mad. So I think we can do 1+3, right? Yes, we can. Ooh, OP Tether. I might actually keep this because they're on 2 cards. Get tethered. Right? Right? Yes. Yes. I like this. I could replace something first. But again, this is actually good if they have only 2 cards. And this can help me answer shit like top deck checks in 2 turns. Same with the Windstorm. That will give me a lot of reach. Because I need to deny this mana, I will also I need to grab it for the Windstorm. I will have to hit this here. I'm gonna protect this against General Punch. Maelstrom is an easy replace. They got tethered. Yeah, the deck name is actually around Telemancer because this is the only deck I will ever play it in. And it's the reason why we play this deck. Did you eat well today? Yeah, I ate gyudon, student food pretty much. Gyudon with fried garlic. Is there any estimation when the update today hits? Few hours and will be 28 in one place. For me too, in 2 hours. But no, I don't know when. Russia's curse. I like that. Emote at least. I'm sorry, I always forget how mine. I this game at the World Championship, yes, a long time ago, in 2017. Oh, he did. I thought back to another Fenrir, but it's not gonna matter, right? In this case. With Primus Fist I could do some good shit, but I don't really have... Like, putting 1 minion instead of multiple against Venor is bad, but they're low on cards. And if we get Hillstones, we still have a lot of cards. Fits the curve. I just don't think Rush's Primus or something or this is good. It also prevents him from playing the top deck jacks. I'm not gonna hit with the tether, because otherwise this thing dies on board. Still didn't get any siphons, as usual. Would be nice for those snow chasers. They had no cards after turn 1, but they're kind of fine now because of the chasers. And one chaser already died forever. And the Fenrir's, I would like some siphons. The next turn is probably gonna be good. And since one of these cards is a chaser, they only have one. You know, they have only 3 cards in hand that could be an answer to the Scarab. There it is though. At least it's not a horrible answer like Hillstone Prison. At least we have a 3-3. And you know, they're lower on cards now. The 3-3 can kill the second Fenrir form. Okay, goodbye Obelisk. But that's not so horrible, because they play a Hard Sister to kill a 0-2 regular Obelisk instead of a valuable one. They're pretty much dead thanks to Fire Blaze. More Schneisers. I wish we had Star's Fury in the deck instead of Tetramancer. I think I'll replace this, even though it's a good pump for this next turn, but I think 3+3 is nice here. Don't think 2+2+2 is nice here. Again, this can help me answer the top deck jacks. Because at the moment, we're actually fine against jacks. That's a lot of damage. But we can do that later. Speaking of a lot of damage, I'm gonna ignore this thing, I think. And just go face. I can't really put this thing in a good spot. I guess this is the closest to a good spot. Because I don't want to put shit around my Obelisk. Because then it will be blocked off so easily. And I don't want to summon this in range of this. It still kind of feels like a mistake on putting this one more down, because then they can't run away from it actually. Now they can by going here, which is death too, I guess. It's just that if I put it here, then with 2 minions, this pawn gets blocked, but maybe I shouldn't care about that. If they stay here and play 2 minions, they're dead anyway. This thing has Frenzy, yeah, that was stupid. I should have put it 1 down. Okay, that's too slow. They're walking into the Guardian anyway. This Tetramancer was actually good this game. Like I said, 1 mana 2/6. Okay. The top decks just don't really stop against this guy. Oh, it's not Bone Chill. Never mind. Didn't even have mana for that. What did they hit? Wasn't... Oh, the Fox. They should be dead though. Actually, there's no way they're not. They're dead. I mean, do we even need to BM more than this? We can do another very nice Primus. Let's not BM. This guy seems okay. Saying that, giving the well played and everything. Whoa, we're number 6 suddenly. Why? With Vet? Does it mean we are now officially better than Solve? Wait, what? We went to 6 but didn't update. For the people that don't know, I'm not serious when I say we're now officially better than Solve it. Do you usually prefer putting Obelisk diagonally towards the mana orb? Yes. Was that matchup specific? I usually put mine in the center in front of my general. I did it for a long time too, Face Melter, but I have been convinced by Mazer that that is incorrect. He gave a lot of good reasons why. And nowadays I always do diagonal, and it basically always pays off. One of the big reasons why is that you can summon something in the mana tile, and that you don't have the obelisk in the center is nice for your own plays later. Oh, first, thanks for the follow v Varnus. And there are some other reasons. What faction is currently favored, or is it balanced? I think Songhai and Magmar are the best. After that, I don't think it's that unbalanced, except that Vet is noticeably weaker than the rest. Backstab is not good. I mean, it's playable. I have a list that's playable, but that's not the deck that they fuck the ladder with. They do that with Spell High. You went to 6 and I was behind you. I won the game like 2 seconds after you, so I'm better than you again. Feels bad, man. Fucking lizard abusers. I don't know if you play lizards all the time, Langert, because I know you like all the shit too. But it looks like you're enjoying the lizards right now. One more game, and then we don't have to play Vet anymore. Crazed. Well, at least he doesn't play Jax in every deck, so maybe we have a chance. But he does like... Craze does like... what's the name? Chromatic Cold, so... Seriously, we have so many turn 1 plays in this deck. I might have to concede. Might have. Fucking hell. Yeah, indeed. Because now I get the Orb Weaver. We're gonna D-rank to number 21. Oh, they also have a broken opener. Can't even hit that thing. Which means they'll walk into 5 and yeah, we lost, but we'll play it out. If we had Siphon here, it would be a lot less bad. Maybe I should have run away, like 2 up. Then I have to choose between suicide and this and that. I don't know. You're 1 turn too late. Yeah. Well, maybe they'll ramp to 5 because they will Zenrui my Portal Guardian, I don't know. Why fuck though, Crazed? Venar is very good against Vet. I feel like the only matchup for Vet that's not horrible is Lionar. And Songhai is relatively not bad. You know, considering how powerful Songhai is. If you play Obelisk and Portal Guardians, that is. But I don't think it's actually favored for Vet. Not against good players anyway. It's more like 50-50. Depends how many Siphons and Russias you get. Okay, no ramp. Maybe he just doesn't have an answer to Portal Guardian. That would be, but then this positioning doesn't make any sense. I expect something. Oh, well, I guess we'll just ramp Crazed to infinity then. This is kind of bait from Case, right? Like, do it. Give me the +2 mana for the rest of the game. I will jax you. Weird that they don't hit with this, because that's gonna get frenzied. We could siphon one of the Crispies, but he still has Jax next turn anyway. If we do that. I guess he didn't hit because maybe I want to frenzy here, right? Where do we want to frenzy? I don't know. Looks like he didn't have an answer to this thing, so I'll first switch this. If I stay here, this thing can actually not infiltrate onto this. You have too much mana anyway. I'm actually gonna put it here. Why here instead of here? Because then Portal Guardian doesn't die on board. And he seems to have a problem with it. So he has 7 mana now, which is crazy. But since their hand size is low, it might not matter. Okay, now they have an answer. Feels bad, man. I guess the pump on this still didn't matter. If I get First Wishes or Primus Fist, I can do something again with this. We really might win because of his hand size. Depends on the top cax. Okay, that's not too bad. This is nice when they have few cards. We can't really... We could play this plus this. This plus this can be nice next turn. My hand will be very versatile if I do that shit. I can put a Scarab here. They did just play Chrome, so don't think I care too much about this. It's a lot of damage with Razorback, but it's also Vanar. I'll gamble it. Scarab is fun. Not sure if this is the correct play, by the way. I'm putting this here because then they can't go face with everything and hit with a general into my face. Don't have a First Wish or something in my hand anyway. Actually, it was just a misplay because I don't know what he plays. Maybe he plays Hailstone. Okay, I don't mind that. Are we gonna get jaxed? Cryo. Not bad yet. With a Heart Sister. That will be sad. Okay, more damage. That's why I put the Guardian here, otherwise we will be at 9 now. Snow Snicer. Keeper. Okay, we might be okay then. Is this an Avalanche deck? Because I really need to walk outside of these things. Then we do really get fucked by Avalanche. I guess we don't have to walk into that yet. We can just Guardian Windstorm, right? Yeah. Now we can prevent them from going 2 down. We can block our face. Not sure if it's worth punching this and stuff, but like, you know, We should maybe just get out of infiltrate, but Grace plays a lot of memes, so I'm a bit scared of Avalanche. It's not really a card he plays, but now we got the shit ton of burst in hand. It's all damage. That's nice, because we do have to raise him somewhat at 9 health. Maybe he's playing the Spirit of the Wild deck, then we just die to, what's his name? Arctic Displacer. It's Keeper though, I don't think is that deck. There he is, Morning. You mean Morning? Oh, unlucky. What was unlucky? Does this game still have a chance to survive? Yes. Remember at Vegas, but it was already like shut down once. Yes, it was. But the game is very different now because it's not one draw. Crystal Wisp can move? You didn't know? You thought they were structures. Yeah, they're minions. Okay, without elemental, so don't think I care. Obviously we're just gonna blast this shit unless we have lethal. I'm definitely gonna frenzy this. Well, again, unless we have lethal. So this is 3, and this will do 6. And we will do 8. And then we will do 11, 13. I'm too slow at this shit. 4, 7. It's too difficult for me, man. We'll just play it safe. I'm pretty sure it's lethal here, but wait, what? I didn't play this shit? I didn't hit this? I hate rope, man. I'm gonna lose this to my own slowness and I hate myself sometimes. I'm pretty sure we had lethal, and I don't know. I am sick, is my copium. Yeah, it was lethal. I'm very not surprised. And now they can easily still win. At least had hit the fucking Fenrir, you stupid dervish. He's going phase, right? He's not even clearing the Windstorm, so I think he's like, yeah, we can't win without phase. We have to kill him off quickly. But now we have lethal anyway, despite my slow brain, right? Because this is 6 and an 8, yeah. There's no way this is not lethal. This time I'm not going to count. That was the whole problem the last turn. I was trying to count. Thank you, Grace, for considering my handicap. My sniffling handicap. Whoa, we're number 5. Nengert, did you see this? I guess because Craze is also quite high. He was like number 28. So we dropped 4 ranks after playing our first VET game and losing. And then we somehow won against Nengert and Crazed and the Diamond Vanar player. And now we are officially better than Nengert and Solvit. Feels good, man. With VET. The funny thing is that I didn't play that well these games. Maybe against Nengert I didn't make a real mistake, I don't know. But against Grace I definitely did. No glazes all game. Feels bad, man. But you can't complain, Grace. I missed my turn 1 in this deck. You lost turn... Actually, it's kind of amazing. I missed my turn 1 against Vanar with that. And you played Crystal Cloaker, Crystal Wisp turn 1. And I didn't have a Siphon for the Crystal Wisp. Carried by Broken Faction, Big Kappa. Memphis with blockers, true. There's too little time each turn, I think. For Varus, I heard that they are thinking about developing a time bank system, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Then I just play my first few turns fucking quickly, so that I can think long when I need it. In these situations, I just go face and hope for the best. Yeah, that's what I should have done there. Maybe we can check replay after this. Well, I'm 99% sure it was lethal anyway, and Jack Mayhem is too. I'm just bad. Well, you are playing memes, so don't feel too bad. Jack Mayhem was like number 2 or number 3 a bit earlier in December on the ladder, so I will take his word for it. This deck is fun, even though it's also fucking frustrating. Joseki meme. The deck itself is not frustrating, but it's frustrating to play VET against real factions. Oh well, we also got the free concede, I just remembered. So we actually are 4 out of 5 with VET. Chat, what should we play? We still have 12 more minions to kill, and then we have a new orb. Anything anyone in chat wants to see? Keep it current deck. I might lean on to this kind of deck. Burn Abyss, just make people's life miserable. I don't have a real Burn Abyss deck yet, Jack. I do have a creep deck, which of course has a burn win con. It's a bit like Control Magmar, where it's a control deck, but your win con is not control. Can't say it's burn for Magmar, of course, but for this list, the win con is burn. But it's really just 4 cards total that do burn. Maybe you can count Blood here as burn. It actually is. It actually is burn. This list has won almost all the games I played with it. I think I lost like 2 out of 20 or 3 out of 20. I was a bit surprised about that because I just put some really standard shit together. It's basically a combination of everything I've seen the past 2 weeks, not 2 weeks, but 1.5. It's basically a combination of my memories of the past week, seeing all the people play creep, and I was like, this is the average. This is the average of all decks combined. That's why I call it meta creep. But I did build it myself. I don't know if there are people playing this exact same list, but I really wouldn't be surprised if there were more people that separately made this list without any communication between them and me. It's so standard. Surprisingly, it hasn't been unfun to play. It's not like my favorite deck or anything, but Magmar, Sabo Vet. I would like to play Sabo Decoy, but look, I have zeros and Ruiz. I can craft one, that's not enough. Maybe when the patch hits, I'll get lucky with some Ruiz, who knows? Or just get a lot of spirit. Some of that is pretty fun. We will die though if we play that shit, but still. There are a few Magmar control players out there, so. So the other suggestions were Burn Abyss and keep playing this Spirit of the Wild Venar. I have 0 Spirits of the Wild, so it's the same problem as with Sabovet. It's a legendary nowadays. Did they say when the first balance patch hits? Not the time, just that it's today. And it's like office is almost opening in East US. So I guess in the next 5 hours or something. That's my guess. Golem Lyo. We do have a bunch of Golem cards, right? I think I even have the Vanquisher, not 3 times, but I really don't want to craft a Vanquisher. Maybe I'll just play like 2 Lady Luck, 2 Vanguard as a middle ground. Because I do have triple Lady Luck. I think Brightmoss and Hailstone and Metallurgist are actually decent cards. And Golem Vanguard is also not bad if you do play all the Golems. And then you of course play Divine Bond, which is boring and cheese, but what else do we have? I did actually, it's unfortunate we have only one of that. A few days ago I was talking about in which factions would Zurael be the best? And my guess was Venar and Linar, simply because they have 0 mana stuns. Because you know it's 9 mana, you need to deal with your opponent's shit, so you need some 0 mana removal. Yes, Vet has Siphon, but that doesn't kill anything except a Chakri that already fucks your face. So I think Flash Freeze and Beam Shock are much better. And then between Venar and Linar, I think Linar is better because they have better minions, and this also has the flexibility of hitting a general, which sometimes gives you more time to play Zurael than hitting a minion with it. Because I think Golems and Zurael sounds like a nice meme. There is another reason why Zurael is nice in Venar though, because Zurael, I really want to try to make a deck with Zurael that actually works, is what I'm trying to say. Because Zurael, since it's reworked, since it's 9 mana, also gives tokens back. So crazed, you can get your Big Daddy Megazord back if you want. It's about 4 hours, okay. I meant faction balance patch, not the economy patch. Oh, there's no plan about that yet. I mean, no statement. Maybe there will be balance changes in the economy patch. I doubt it though. Is gonna dispatch? Probably not. I think they would have announced it if it was. So I also don't expect balance changes. What would you want to see nerfed? Not the right person to ask, I'll nerf too much out of spite. If it's nerfed, it will probably be because I got rebuffed to its old value. So I right now can take too much out of head damage if you don't play that well. It would be good if it was nerfed. I think Blood Rage Mask should be entirely reworked and then see if that will be okay. If they're still not okay, I would suggest make Boar a 3/3 or no wait, the other way around. A 2/3 that does +1 damage to minions. And then they should really be fine. But I think first making Blood Rage Mask something else might be enough already. I don't think you should nerf many things at the same time, just have a lot of nerfs often and check how it works. Because CPG did it very often, like nerf Starch Fury and Third Wish, the +3 attack to 3 minions at the same time. But Starch Fury was only so good on 4 mana because of that old Third Wish. But they nerfed it at the same time. And now Star's Fury is still 5 mana instead of 4. I think it should be 4 mana like in the past. You can't really abuse it that well at 4 still. At 4 it would be good, I think. At least playable. But not broken for sure. Not with the old third wish that is now gone. Boar, Warbeast, Fenar, 3-drop, Sea Contenders. I mean, if Warbeast get nerfed, then Emo should also be nerfed though. Which is not something I'm necessarily against. I don't know. They can be played around. I do think Flash and Vindicator are a bigger problem than Warbeast, for example. I've just given up means as soon as the orb stuff comes out, I'm just only play meta. Okay. But honestly, I'm getting more annoyed by liner decks right now. With Broken Crazed. I would prefer the go to Dota approach and make everyone broken, because that's what the game is right now anyway. Well, that is probably why they didn't nerf Boar, Vindicator and so on, because they want everything to be strong. And it is necessary for things to be a bit strong, otherwise it's boring. But I don't know. You know, not everything is equally strong. So if you want everything to be strong, then it should be equal, right? Zero Grandmaster Zero. Yeah, that's also a meme that I wanted to play for a long time. The Undying General. And then I would also like to play Keeper in the deck, and then our whole deck is full of garbage cards. Because Keeper on Zurael is actually fucking crazy. And on Zir it's obviously also crazy. 1-1 General. Fenrir should be 3-2. That's how they nerfed it before Decoy. But I don't think so yet. Because Venar kind of needs it at the moment. And they could also nerf it another way. Make the main body Fenrir 3-2, but the Dying Wish still 3-3, or the other way around. Because how CPG nerfed it was, both forms are 3-2, and then nobody played it ever again. Would Zura return General? I mean, yes, if you count here. I just want a good vet place when you're behind on the game. And just, well, maybe I can play more. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I've been saying so far, is that Vet doesn't have good combat mechanics. The closest thing they have is Minion Steal, which you can usually play around, and it's only good against very specific decks. And Rush's Curse Doomcaster, which usually plays into AoE, like Tempest or something. Vet just doesn't have good tempo plays. Because, you know, also Dancing Blades. Vet is also the worst Dancing Blades faction in my opinion. People play around it accidentally because of Star's Fury. And they don't have things that punish playing around Dancing Blades that much, just Bone Swarm basically. Because, you know, you can't really play around Dancing Blades and Emo or Macanthur. Fenrir 3-2 won't be viable ever, yes. So I think they should keep like the main form at 3-3 and the Dying Wish at 3-2, or all the way around, or just keep it as it is for now at least, because Venar is not broken now. Actually, the most broken cheese stuff that Venar can do now is Jack's Prophet, I think. And Lady Locke, Bone Chill Prophet, that kind of shit. Because you have to play Magmar to not lose to that. And I don't want to play Magmar. Do we all have to play Magmar just to answer the cheese that Venar can do, thanks to Prophet? And I really wonder if Prophet was a 1-1 like in the past, because it's Dreamsloth that buffed it to 1-3. If it would still be playable, and if people just never discovered the Prophet cheese with Venar, just because a 1-mana 1-1 feels so bad to play, so nobody actually tested this shit. Of course, people tested this after it became a 1-3. Mana Forge is a bit fucking insane too, not a fan of the revert. It is an insane card, but at the moment it's still okay. But it is a card that can get out of hand the more cards get added. It's a bit like Vindicator, that the more cards get added, the more likely it gets to be too broken. Design space meme. I also still don't think Lantern Fox is bad. It's not the most broken card, but still. I think it will be fine decoy if Boar and Blood Rage Mask are nerfed. Yeah, patch 1 Chaos Max. Same question on my mind. What happens if General dies and there's multiple undispelled Master Series? The one promoted to General chosen as random? Yes, it is. It is random. Many people thought, myself included, it was like the last one you played or the first one you played, but no, it's random. I got confirmation about that from Dreamsloth. They looked in the code. After I tested out Zir, I have a YouTube video about that. I have like 40 minutes of Zir testing. And then we noticed that it seems random which Zir you become. Then I asked the devs and they looked in the code. And yes, it's totally random. And there's a 2 Zurels, tell it's trash. I mean, it's definitely a meme. At least it's a meme. If you want to play in tournaments, I think you should keep it, because I think it can be a good tech card in a sideboard tournament or something. If you face like Fatigue Liner or something, then Zurel is actually a good tech, I think. But on the ladder, unplayable, I think too. Fenrir was 3 played at 3-2. No, it wasn't. But that same 3 is so insane. I wonder what if it became 2-3 instead. That's also possible. 2-2-3s or something. I don't know. If you do that, I would make Wolf 3-2 IMO. So you mean the Dying Wish, right, Jay? But not the first Fenrir. And the Fox is multiple answers, but Mage Vested kills. I agree. Getting your Fenrir Zemru to be, oh yeah, for sure. Zemru is also one of those cards that could be problematic in the future. You know, you can't really release high cost minions with 2 attack like Bone Reaper because of Zemru. Actually, just the Wolf becoming 3-2. If they nerf Fenrir, the nerf body should be the Ghost of IMO, so it could be a little more resistant to this spell. Yeah. I think 3-3 Fenrir, 3-2 Wolf would be okay, but again, I don't think it should be nerfed at this moment. Honestly, probably would still be used as a 1 by the log builds that need that effect. Yeah, so I guess people just never did it in the past because people didn't want to experiment with a 1-1. Only plus 1 HP next patch. What were we gonna play again? Maybe Golems. The other suggestion was Burn Abyss, and the other suggestion was keep playing the Telemancer memes. We are 4 out of 5 with this deck, and we were super close to 5 out of 5 if we had a better spawn on the last turn before we died to Songhai bullshit. Favorite card in the game. Golems. I do have 2 of this thing. I would rather play that than Storm Metal Golem, I think, even though it has less stats. Because I like the idea of golems being able to walk more. But we could also just play Storm Metal Golem and Magnetizes. Let's just build the deck. I'm not saying that I'm gonna play it, but I'm curious if I can make something that looks juicy. Just quickly. Golem. No, I have a better title. Vanguard is a Golem. Storm Metal. Arcan is also better, but it can be a 5 mana play sometimes. That's scary. And this can also get provoked from this. I guess I would rather play Magnetize Divine Bolt than Elix, even though I really like Elix effect. It's fun. Don't think this is worth playing. This one maybe is. As a 2-drop, it's insane, right? It's better than Windblade by a long shot. Maybe we play this instead of Silverguard. Silverguard is better, but Dragon Bone is too risky. Even if you cheat it out for 6, it's still... Windblade Adept is a no-brainer. Magnetize at least 2. Martyrdom at least 3. I don't want to lose the jacks. This could be no immos, but I do have a Templar. Actually, in a golem deck you really need immo. It's so easy to heal columns. And immo is immo. You could also play Shaman instead of this thing. Primus Fist is nice to break these points, and this thing. I think these minions all quite like that. But we're already almost out of cards here. How many Divine Bonds do I even have? Only 2. Well, that's fine. To Magnetize, to Bond. With 2 Golem Vanguards. I guess we'll not play Lady Lock. We'll just have only 2 provokes in the deck. What is that other card that people play? This is maybe a cool tech. You can still play Silverguard actually. I think there's room for that. If I had immos, then maybe the next cards will be 3 immo, 3 Regalia. Looks kind of boring, the deck I mean. I mean, those will be the best cards. There isn't really anything else to play with the golems, right? Yeah, the Bloodshard is a consideration. Maybe Skyward Golem instead of Lion is a consideration. But I feel like Lion is always better than this thing. How can it not be? Even in the Golem deck is what I'm saying. Let's switch that a bit. Play with my dick. Nice. Burn Abyss, second vote. They should focus more on balance in comparison with CPG that didn't nerf or buff that much. Yeah, they were quite slow. I think one of the problems is that people draw too much. What if you made so that they cut the card row in half? Big kappa. A lot of cheap cards become too good with 2 draws. I like the emote Nengert. Let's put the mana limit to 20 and make like 4 draws per turn. So high cost cards will be played. Decimate against Jack's Prophet. Yeah, you're right, that line I can actually also answer it. But Decimate is a bad card, unlike Plasma Storm and Spirit Harvester. So I would still say you have to play Lion not to get cheesed. You have to play Magmar not to get cheesed. As a Golem deck, of course, is boring. I used to have a Golem deck that wasn't boring. A Golem Valor deck with Aspect of the Drake. I built that because as a noob I was already getting tilted by Magmar. And I was like, why does my board always die to Plasma Storm? So I started playing Golems. Also because they don't die to Magenter. And it actually worked. Actually did decent. That was in a time that Control Magmar was the juice of the month. Unlike now, because now there are all kinds of Magmars. A Beam Shock. I mean, Beam Shock is actually unironically kind of good in Divine Bomb cheese lists. As a one-off, Decimate is alright. I guess you are, even though it's a one-off, I guess you are just as likely to find it as they are likely to find Prophet Jacks, and that costs 7 mana, so you have a lot of time to find it. Maybe that's not a horrible idea as a one-off. But what if you get Jax Prophet again the next turn? Also, 2 Jaxes might not die against Decimate, that is possible. At least one will probably never die. Are you Dutch? That's what your accent sounds like to me. Yes, you heard it well, Jack. This point, Decimate Spikes going in the game already? Might as well. Please no. Please no. So I think golems are off the list. They seem a bit too boring. So burn Abyss and keep playing this for the other votes. I'll play a little bit of, it's not Burn Abyss, but it has a Burn Wincon. A mirror. Well, I don't know what they played. Might not be Nova. If there's Swarm, I need to find this, exactly. I think this is just a nice opening hand. This is my best turn 1 in the deck, so don't know what else I could want. It's not like they played Chakras in the backline or something. Okay, nice. These things are pretty king in the early game, so it's nice to play them now. Oh, that's not king. That's not fairy king. They must be playing Burn Abyss then. Then maybe I replace this. Because if you play Burn Abyss, you really don't need to play into Grasp. You really don't. Do we respect this person's skills? We should be totally fine against Burn Abyss. This deck has so much heal. Speaking of heals, maybe I actually keep this because it's kind of the only good answer to Revenant in the deck. Because Abyss sucks against Revenant and I can play it first because they go second. It's a very passive answer, 7 mana to deal 4 to that 1. What? I'm so confused now. I want my Grasp back. This thing cannot play around Grasp. It's RNG. I guess I want Shroud. Do I replace this then? Because maybe they don't play Revenant. Looks like... what's the name? I don't know, man. It's too early, I guess. We also have lures to stall that thing. I really hope you're Burn Abyss. Well, we'll just have to go with the RNG on the Sarlacc, I guess. If it doesn't spawn near this thing, then we're good. Nice. It's actually a super nice spawn. Not worth playing, of course, here. I am going phase here because I have no idea what they're playing, and if it's Sarlacc consuming rebirth stuff, since we didn't draw any shrouds, we need to kill him. We actually need to find Lure because you play Shadow Dancer with Sarlaccs, right? That's what the deck usually does. Lure on that? Oh, blood here. More Sarlaccs. This is starting to look kind of useless. Ugh. I just want to go face, man. What else are we gonna do against this shit? However, this will die on board, and they'll get a lot of Shadow Dancer procs. Still no Lure. If we find Lure, we can kill the Shadow Dancer with help of an Alchemist, so I guess it's pointless to not play it here, otherwise they can just run away from it forever. Rev is nice, Lure is nice. Those were some good draws. There it is. So yeah, they do heal a bunch here, but we have the perfect answer. It actually still took 1 damage from the Rejuvenator. And maybe 1 spawn is in Narnia? No. Still can't complain. I can, but... I should replace first, you idiot. Guess it will be a blood tier. It is technically damage, and I want to kill him. It can help me unblock a Sarlacc. I'm still gonna replace it for Grasp, that's much more damage. Oh, that's also an option, I guess. The thing is, though, it will just die to this shit. So I'd rather play the minion so that can do 2 damage. And I keep the... This has rush, so I can just keep this as burst. 2 damage burst. Another Lure. Nice. Because they could keep stabilizing with Shadow Dancers. Also, we just rev the Shadow Dancer, actually. They do play Blood Tears, though, so it will be sad if the rev dies to Blood Tears. I'm gonna replace next turn for more revs and Novas. Didn't get any Shrouds. And at this point they're too late. There are already 2 Sarlaccs. And yeah, if we just kill the opponent, then who cares about not getting Shroud for the Sarlaccs? Blood Moon. Can I block it off? Don't think so. Oh. They can block it off with nice spawns. Okay, they can't get a nice spawn anymore because it's already here. So we didn't get high rolls against the rev. And we can also just replace into... What's the name? Grasp of Agony. That's not happening. The Sarlaccs are irrelevant now, which is amazing. Yeah, Grasp would have been better than even Rev. Also one of lethal, of course. Unfortunately, we do have to clear board a bit here, otherwise we die to Deathwatch shit, or they just stabilize with Shadow Dancer. So can't go face. No more revs. Baby Rage. Grasp, grasp, grasp. Because Shadow Dance exists, this game could still go on a bit. it was possible for them to have the hole here, Raveling. That would be very sad. Then I could take a 50-50, but I would clear less board and might not get the 50-50. Wait, does it even work that way? If this was here, this is this. Yeah, then it can spawn here. Yeah. Here, there we go, crescendo. But now we've got the shroud when we really need it. Thank you, game. Is crescendo gonna do that much though? Aren't you just dead? I'm a bit confused. Lure on that or something? Because I can lure things back to the Revenant. And this is gonna die to Shroud, so that's a nice unblock. So yeah, we won. We don't even need to Shroud. Maybe we don't show that. Goodbye, memer. Let's re-chat. Oh, we got an orb. Let's do that before chat. I just cannot keep gold in my pocket. I have to buy orbs. This would be very different if we had full collection, of course. Then I would keep them for expansions. Crap pack. Hey, it's prismatic, right? This one too. So it's not that crap, because it's decent spirit. Let's kill those cards. Prism. Do we even have triple dominant well? It won't change my decision here, but I'm curious if we have triple of those. Yes, we do. Disenchant extras. Okay, nice. Morning all, did the patch go live yet? Not yet. Coconut Router, I like your name. I said it before, but I know. Oh, I missed some follows a very long time ago. I think I did say thank you for a follow VV Varnus, but not It's Flicked and Cheesy Knives. Why do I never hear these notifications? I know my notifications work, right? You scam on Discord, I don't know why, but I jumped up. How can a Discord message scare you, Leo? I don't get it. Also, music is so good? Yes, it is. Are you feeling better? Yes, much better than yesterday. I'm just super tired now, because I barely slept. But my throat doesn't hurt that much anymore, it's almost gone. How are you? Taking hi. Hi, Nick Mace. I was sick yesterday. Now I'm still a bit sick, but much better, so thanks for asking. How are you? Duelyst have wild cards, huh? Prismatics, yes. And they're very good for disenchanting. How many orbs are we getting later today? One. Okay, we have an opener. Surely they're not also on Starlight memes, right? Because then this is useless. It's also not amazing against early game Abyss, but I think I'll keep it for Grasp combo, Lure Grasp. What are you even looking for in the early game in this mirror? Spectral Blade? Could be nice to have this for Arakis. They are quite popular in Abyss. I'll just keep it for now, I think. We haven't turn 1 play, so it's also nice in the early game. Later on it's kind of useless against Abyss, so better to get it out of our deck now. this would have been a better opener, but yeah, I replaced only once. Still nice to get it now. I should stop sniffling. Yeah, I went out in the cold weather without a coat or something. Oh, now we're actually facing burn. So I know what to replace for now. Heals. I think I will replace the lure at that point. Should have maybe done that immediately. I wish I could clear board and play this. I mean, I can, but not with this thing. I guess it's fine. I hear a noise I like. But one moment, please. I don't want to get grasped onto my face against burn, so I'm going here. Void pulses and juvenators. That's what I want. Thanks for the host. Moderately chill. A chatter. For the raid, I guess. Welcome to chat. Never leave home. That's the only way for a true gamer. Stop doing coke. I guess I will finally stop it. Oh. This is useless against burn. I would rather have this with certainty on 7. Just in case they don't have it on their 7. Fucking hell. This deck can do so much better against burn. I guess I'll Night Sorrow the Night Sorrow. It does heal me for 3, which is more than a Mystic. And a Mystic, you know, can then be combined with another Night Sorrow next turn or 2-drop Void Pulse. If I spread out like this, they cannot actually clear the board with Dancing Blades. I don't expect them to play it, but... still no real heals, but we are not low on life anyway. Guess I will have to replace a Revenant. Chaining Revs is very nice though, but again, if they play Rev first and they're going second, then we actually can't do that shit. Maybe for that reason I need to keep the lure. Emptying the hand is also... Oh, I'm very confused now, and I wish I had not spent my Night Sorrow. But how the fuck do I know this is gonna happen? How do I know that this is gonna happen? It's actually a very good budget card, and maybe even outside of budget, but... So they might as well be playing Dancing Blades at that point, right? And I still also didn't get any lures, Spectral Blades, I mean. I don't like the draws too much this game. My first 2 turns were decent, but... unexpectedness is a crazy thing in Duelyst. Yeah, let's not get fucked by this. Actually, we can play around Dancing Blades in a funny way, I think. It's not funny, but... You see this shit? But yeah, who the fuck plays this and Flameblood in the same deck? I don't know. But they can only Dancing Blades is now with a 2-drop, with a 1-drop. And they cannot hit it with Spectral Blade, that kind of shit. This deck should be so good against everything that has been played so far. But I don't feel comfortable. And now it's also, I guess it's Zoo. So we place for Grasp of Agony. They really don't think Grasp of Agony is a card, do they? We're actually gonna die next turn if we don't get Grasp. Come on, one time. Fucking hell. We could Shroud this and then Blood Tear and then run away from some of the raidlings. But it seems very risky. Because maybe they play Deathfire Crescendo kind of thing. So maybe I just lure one of the raidlings to help me. This is the kind of shit that makes me salty when, you know, the player is inexperienced, but you just don't draw the right cards to punish them for their misplays, and then you lose with a deck that's heavily favored. It's not the only thing that makes me salty, as you all know. Well played. I'll give him the thumbs up. It's not working. Okay, there we go. Imagine spending a lure on a raidling. Yeah, I wanted to play around Grasp here and also block this from hitting my face in case of Deathfire Crescendo. If they don't play Rev now, I think we might be fine. We got 2 heal cards, which is nice. They do seem to be playing some kind of meme. Almost halfway through the deck, so also getting close to the Grasps, I imagine. So is it Burn and Zoo? Well, yeah, thankfully I blocked here. That's a good amount of damage. I would have been dead if I hadn't blocked and didn't spend the lure. Actually, they could use Void Pulse. They still have mana. Plus. Is this Expert BM? I guess not. Don't really feel comfortable replacing this, I guess, against maybe Swarm. On the other hand, what are they gonna do without a board? And we have Rev as removal, and they have 3 cards. So I'm just gonna spam heals here. I think we just dodged a bullet. I'll play around random Shadow Nova because I have no idea what to expect from this guy. They were playing burn cards too after all, but I guess it's Zoo Swarm. That's a thing, right? Zoo Swarm. No play, I guess, because the emote. Hello? The emotes sometimes get stuck for me. More Raiding Swarms, and still no Grasp, right? We can clear board easily here, but maybe no, there's no lethal. We can also play these cards to clear board, but I'll still take 2 damage from this, and I can instead take only 1 damage. I will replace this, even though it's burst. I like the answer cards. Well, maybe this. He did play the stupid... No, he doesn't look like somebody that plays around burst, so... I don't care about your Merc Blood. I guess they gave me the emote because of the heal spam. Still no grasp. Funny. Speaking of grasp, I kind of have to play into it here, right? I can play less into it. It's still a pretty decent grasp, but I have to clear board. Nova might be nice. That's also something that would have been nicer last turn than Revenant, I think. Well, it depends on their cards. They are playing Tigers, Flamebloods and Soul Shadow Pact, so I do have to preserve my health. Three cards, Tiger, Soul Shadow Pact, Flameblood is one of lethal. There is Tiger. That's like 3 mana heal for 2 if you run that into in the Revenant. Soul Shadow Pact, yeah, we cannot die, I don't think. The problem is they can run away from the mistake because I played around a better grasp. What an asshole. We're actually still gonna lose, aren't we? Just give me heal one time. Still no grasp seen as well. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, it's not lethal, right? 10, 14, yeah. Even if this thing could hit, it wouldn't be lethal. Can they top Darkseid? I'm gonna play around that shit. So, and pre-equipping this, I guess, can protect me against some kind of Tiger lethal, maybe? Probably not. But you know, I have to empty my hand for Darkseid. Are we gonna play around Grasp? I would rather play around Tiger, but then... No, I can't, because they can just hit something and then target me anyway. Maybe I misplaced this thing then. Maybe I did. I can put a Blood Tear here to protect me against Tiger. But then I play into Grasp, so I'll do a weird thing. I'll put it here. Obviously this is an amazing grasp, but I just don't want to die. Void Pulse, you're one turn too late, possibly. So Darkseid Flameblood does something. So yeah, this kind of plays around Tiger. They can play a minion and then Tiger. I can't die anymore then, right? Revenant? Holy Conker! That's Dutch. I don't want to play anymore. I actually played around Rush and they had the 2-drop Revenant. I actually don't want to play anymore. Anybody wants to stream? Void Pulse and... They played so bad every turn. And this deck is so good against this shit. We have Grasp, which we didn't see once. We got the Void Pulse one turn later. We played around Darkseid. We played around Rush. We lured a Raidling and blocked a Raidling to play around random lethals, and it actually worked out. This is actually infuriating. I actually played well for once, and it didn't matter against a new player with a shit deck. Like, I don't want to talk shit to that player itself. I'm more about, you know, I'm just salty. There's no reason to stream on Duelyst 2. I mean, it kind of is, but it doesn't work in the client, in the stream client. Duelyst 1 was 40k followers, so you can get all the viewers. We don't even know Duelyst 2 is a thing, because against watch sections go to the shop and Duelyst carry. Yeah. Duelyst 2 is deck 2 because he's just will shatter plus the 5 attack on his rating swarm. Okay. At least Nengert lost to his shit too. We just got there, keep going. Yeah, I'm not gonna stop, of course, otherwise I wouldn't have started streaming, but I need some relaxation or something. Surfing this content, never forget. That is true. Maybe I should just use it as a copium for the future too, that, you know, if I get depressed playing the game, at least it's good content. And then I don't need to feel depressed anymore. Because I am streaming for the content, right? Not to be number 1 on the ladder. I really need to put things into perspective. Because maybe it sounds like I'm being sarcastic, because I am 90% of the time, but this time I actually don't like it. I actually need to put it into perspective that it's a game. Is there a Duelyst 2 partnership program, or is the game just using the streamer database from the first game? There is no partnership program yet. I don't know how the old one worked either, because I didn't stream back then. But if there was like monetary support, because partnership sounds like that, I doubt Dreamslov will have budget for that. They need all the Kickstarter money for the development. Sometimes losing just really sucks, I feel you. Thank you for your compassion. It's not a game though? Then what is an anger? Tell me. Also, card advantage never matters. As we just saw. It reminds me of Wandrel. It's life. Currently it is kind of my life. It is fun though, so I don't mind. Isn't a partnership program just Grange and Suku food stamp handout? That's what people were like conspiracy theorizing, but I have no idea what was actually the thing, and no clue. The only thing I know about that partnership program was that some streamers got orbs to give away and stuff, and you could get Twitch drops, so you watch a stream and then sometimes you get an orb if you watch that streamer that has it enabled through the partnership program. So yeah, that's the only thing I remember from that. Duelyst is more than life. Please tell me more, Nengert. What the fuck are you talking about? Fucking grasp, fucking void balls. Okay, we can't think about it. We have to move on. I think that good smoke before streaming is 5 head right now. That's also possible. There are a lot of stoners, it seems, in Duelyst, so at least Handmind and Fate are. Yeah, Amor is also a stoner. I saw him streaming too. There are some cards in Vannar that just can't play around Grasp. I have to keep that. Could have just walked 2 forward actually. Primus Fist is not scary in a faction without greater fortitude. Don't think I needed to open diagonally. Predictable. If I don't deny 2 tiles, then they can play jacks next turn, so I'm afraid I will have to Knight Sorrow this thing. Which is of course a little bit better than Knight Sorrowing this thing. And actually it's not just a bit better, it's much better. Do I need to find Lure? It is nice to have Primes just for the Mystic. I'm thinking Glacial Elemental. We'll just get Lure or another Knight Sorrow. Yeah, so the reason I have to deny mana tiles and or clear board is because of jacks. They could play that next turn. So Knight Sorrowing this is not only one less damage to my face, it also means I can protect the Knight Sorrow against General Punch. If we get Glacial Elemental combo now, we basically have to hope they play into Grasp or top deck a Lure, because I didn't replace last turn. Could also top deck a Shroud actually. And another Knight Sorrow will also work. Everyone's existence is insignificant, we're just here to serve our Overload Arcana Spellbinder. As a type that I drew Flash Arcana, this can't be a coincidence, start a relation. Yes, your prayers have been heard. I missed another follow, I think, thanks to the follow Kuro Neko. 85, something about a cat, something weeb about a cat. I'm replying to Leroy in the background. That's why you hear me typing. Well, that's exactly why I want to keep a Primus Fist. He could triple twos. We're gonna go in top deck mode, but I like taking all the mana. And triple twos is not something Vannar can deal with. So we just go face. We got the face draws against Vannar. These are face draws. With that I mean we basically only get 2 drops and Grasp. Against Vannar that is pretty effective for face. And we have to start replacing for Revenants and Novas so that we can refill our hand at 7. And you know, do more face. So the Chrome called it the Knight Sorrow, I didn't even see that. They could have played the Araki out of range then, but some kind of aggro Gnar, which is bad. So I guess we can replace this. Doesn't look like an elemental deck with this. Do we just do 6 that? Maybe it's lethal. That would be 6, 9, 11. No. So do we keep 1 Grasp? I guess we need to replace Father for next turn. And it does look like maybe Angry Soul of it, so we keep in 1 for Daily Lock Bone Chill. Should we play around Dancing Blades? Yeah, I think that's worth with this thing. Because getting more opening gambits is very likely. Maybe I should have just put another Grasp on that shit. Because they will be super low, obviously. this deck's minions all have opening gambit except Revenant, so even in top deck mode this thing is scary. Hey, looks like it's good we kept the grasp, right? Because they're hard sistering that. So I think we already have lethal. Because this is 3, 7, 10, and then only one other thing needs to hit, yeah. It's very much lethal. There probably was a way to do more damage, but doesn't matter. Why are we number 5 after losing to that horrible burn zoo thing? Do games against Diamond just not count or something? Why are we above all these players like Dragol, Solofitnang, and Poncho? I don't know who Mion is, that's why I'm not mentioning that name. It's a player I have yet to meet. What time is the patch coming out? We don't know yet. But it will be happening on the 27th. So it could be at any moment, I guess. I think most of the Dreamsloth people are in the US. So maybe it will still take a bit of time. I think it's only Saiban and Macer that don't live in American continent time zones. I mean, these cards are all amazing against obelisks, so it feels very bad to replace them, but I have to. I really can't replace Shroud in this matchup, right? I have so many 2-drops in the deck. I mean, that's kind of a 2-drop. Maybe I just play it because Night Sorrow. I can't replace that. Maybe replace a Shroud because Night Sorrow takes care of most of their things anyway. Because you know, what if they play Pyro or Bone Storm? Then I would really rather not have this turn 1. Nah, I think it's too greedy. We really need all these answers in the early game. In the late game we fuck whatever they do. And now they play Pyro, right? Yep. I guess we'll Night Sorrow that. I keep this because it's an on-curve play next turn. This way we block him from the Mana Tile. Don't need all these heals now. It's literally the second Pyro I've seen since re-release. It's always like this, yeah. I should be less depressed though. Especially if we consider the luck I got with something that you guys might see on stream soon. I might have a coaching session, which is pretty cool. Like I said, don't need this. My general is a good blocker. I'm gonna play around Bone Swarm a bit. I'm just going face. I don't know what else to do here. Bone Swarm is still decent, but yeah, that's why I put it here instead of here. McKay is Elemental Gamer, I see. It's not a bad card at all. But I think I would rather play the... Oh, that's scary. I think I would rather play the... What's his name? For the wings. So maybe they just don't really play things weak to Night Sorrow, right? It looks like it. I would like to block clear this, but then I also have to shroud this, so that doesn't really work. Since this is so out of range anyway, I'll just have a trade with this. Keep the block here for all the shit. We have to go face here, because even though we can shroud this, it's not exactly good. It's still 4-7. We have to go face because the board is theirs, in my opinion anyway. We need lures or more shrouds for Aymara, because this looks like an Aymara player. They're basically playing things that don't die to Plasma Storm as Vitruvian, as a tech. At least it looks like that. It looks like that idea, and it's not a bad idea. Where do we play this? Outside of Boner Swarm. But I also don't want it to die to this thing. But it doesn't pressure him if we don't put it aggressively. I guess it's fine if this trades with that. Because then it doesn't go face. It doesn't hit anything else. Nah. Oh! The fucking rope, that was literally last second. I was really wondering what was good. So the reason why I put it here anyway is because it actually still pressures him. Like he has to go into the corner basically to not get hit by it. So I would rather have that Scarab hit a 2-2 or my face. Like now I can trade with this here, for example. The heals are coming. Where are the revs? Nova is starting to look like it might be better than Revenant. Yeah, going face didn't do much here. I would rather play triple T2 than this. I can't get nice heals out of this, and it's harder for them to deal with. Okay, that's indeed nice for next turn. I'm just gonna go full face monkey. But then I have to really play into Bone Swarm. I would be kind of surprised if they have deck space for Bone Swarm, but I don't know if I want to play around Bone Swarm. Even though it could really fuck me. Let's just do it. I was really debating hard here. So I'm not even pinging the Mystic. I'm really going full face monkey. Yes, you can trade like this now. I could have put Araki here with some shit. Like Araki here, blood here. Makes it kind of awkward, but they could still walk back with the Mystic and then hit here. So I figured it's better to play around Bone Swarm. Still, I was considering putting something here, because it limits their movement, of course, a lot. Don't mind if you siphon that with my rev coming up. But now I wish the Araki was here, of course. They would be way more fucked. Maybe I should just not respect Bone Swarm. I'm a bit confused now. There's also tigers in there. I guess it's mid-range vet. That's a thing. Okay, that's a Rev. I don't even care about Mirage Master, man. I wish I could do Rev and Grasp of Agony. Maybe I still go face with the Rev anyway. They don't have Maelstrom yet, so we could die maybe, I don't know. Keeping 2 Grasps is nice for lethals, but I would, you know, it's not guaranteed, so I'd rather get Void Pulses, Revs, Novas for guaranteed shit. So it's 1-off lethal, as usual. So do we just go face instead of hitting the obelisk? Four, 5, 6. It will still be in range of grasp, the enemy in general, so that means I can somewhat follow him around. Void Pulse is nice. Maybe a new grasp too, but it might be hard to get a grasp. I could be worried about Dominant Will, yeah, that kind of shit, or what's the name? Mirage Master. But it seems too slow. Because you have 7 mana. Ooh, 5 head plays, playing around grasp. I'm sorry. You actually played well. This is like the opposite of the Swarm Burn vet thing, you know. I'm sorry, vet. Feels vet, man. I think it's time for an emote in chat. Feels vet, man. So it was good that I replaced the grasp last turn, right? Astor Phasing deck, I played against this once. Oh, that's why. Then I'm a bit lucky that I didn't pull it off. This deck has trouble with Astral Phasing if I think about it, except the 3 Shrouds. Because, you know, Lure is kind of the big minion removal in the deck. And we don't have anything to punish buffs except Shroud, so... Makes perfect sense, yeah, with the Chaos Elemental and Scarab. Maybe they play Portal Guardians too. I think Mesa would die laughing if he knew someone wants you to coach them. Oh yeah, that's why I told Mesa to shut up when that was told in chat. Because Mesa was still in chat then. And I was like, yes, I want to do that. And you, Mesa, shut up. Because yes, you would think that's pretty funny. I know. Orca's a good target for it, yeah. Imagine if you kept playing yesterday until the patch, like people asked. I will be bad. Not bad, I will be dead now. Swarm decks are cool to see. IMO, I think he's talking about Swarm Abyss. Yeah, I'm talking about the Abyss that I lost to. Nice, the best opener in my deck. Is this the same memer? Is this the same memer, people? Because then I need to keep a lure for random bullshit. Or should I just double replace for grasp and lure, like teach them what grasp is? I don't want to lose again because I can't roll grasp against someone who doesn't know what cards do. No? Okay. Thanks for the follow, Groove Snorer. Number 1. It's not the same memer, okay. Maybe we keep a lure then. Again, Abyss doesn't really do backline shit in the early game. Unless they play something not creep. But then they still don't do it in the early game. I think since we have such a good opener, we can keep one lure. Just in case. That's also nice. Also nice, pretty good early game draws. Just Spectral. Wait, that's a card we haven't seen much since we started playing with this deck. I played it only once to play around some random Tiger Lethal on the last turn against the Tilt game. I haven't been very good at drawing that. Fortunately, it didn't matter. We won the other games, but Spectral Blade, now that's an early game card that fucks opponents. Primus with lure. Okay. So since we know they play Primus, I don't really feel like playing this because I need to hit it first and then I need to put Mystic somewhere here and then it dies to another Primus on the Primus. Maybe I just replace one of the Mystics first. Because I think I'll just play this in a spot where it can't get Night Throat. It's just that Mystics are nice. But yeah, I'll replace one. Spectral Blade is also a thing, so okay. Let's bait another lure. Less Araki. Feels good, man. They can only reach this with Night Sorrow with a 1-drop. And they're not super common, just Crawler. Question, how do you play Spectral Blade? Do you use it for heal or for the reach to kill 3 4H? I mean, you do both at the same time, my mom. That's why the card is so good. Because you kill 3 4 HP targets and then you heal. So both. And sometimes you use it for face damage. Okay, we are playing against a more advanced player, I think, with, you know, preserving this shit. Could be nice to keep a Nova to Nova and Nova if they play that first for some reason. But Revenant is just better. Well, this is an answer to Revenant because we don't have one attack minions except this thing. Guess I'm still gonna replace it. Still don't want this Mystic to die to a Primus Fist, so do I heal this thing? It does mean I can potentially hit twice with it. And I have a Rejuvenator. Bit concerned about health. It's hard to say. I'm gonna heal myself. This might be a misplay. But I'm just being careful, I guess. Heal on this is obviously very good, but... It's just that it would die to grasp anyway, like Night Sorrow Grasp or something. It still gives me zoning. Protects me against some kind of face play. But if you're in this situation and you heal this, it's definitely not a misplay. It just totally depends on what they have in the deck, their hand, and so on. Also, Dancing Blades means it, you know, they can Dancing Blades this, but maybe I should have put this one more back. These things are basically turn Lure into hard removal, so Naga. Then I would be sad that I didn't... Okay, we got fucked for not playing Mystic on this, because now they do fucking Repulse the Beast Grasp. Always punished. At least it's not a good turn. I mean, good turn for answering, but not for developing. We need to deny the manas somehow, because otherwise they play Rev. I can do it this way. Look at this shit. This is a bit sad that I can't hit this after. But I think that's the price we have to pay. I don't see another way to efficiently deny both mana tiles. Oh, now I can actually just keep both Novas, because if you Nova first and then Creep Mirror, it's bad, but not if you Nova again after that. Why it's bad? Because they can Nova your Nova, but if you then Nova their Nova that they Nova'd over your Nova, it's good again. You know, reverse card. Yeah, Shroud Tile is also a possibility. Faces the place, yes. Oh, they do play Dancing Blades. Yeah, you can Shroud a mana tile. It will die. The tile will die. Looks like we're gonna have nothing to do here. Okay, that's something. It's still bad. A Rejuvenator or Spectral Blade would have been nice here, I guess. Yeah, we really can't draw Spectral Blades with this deck. Maybe I should double check if they're in. Lure is not even good, because they're in the middle of the board, but what else am I gonna do? Since they play Dancing Blades, I want them to move in this direction, because then it will be harder to pull off. I'm gonna play into Nova here, not only because otherwise this can't hit anything, cannot hit face I mean, but also because it's bait, because then I can Nova the Nova. There it is, a blade. They'll probably play Rev first, and then we have to play Nova as an answer, which is very slow and bad. But that's just how the mirror is. Who goes second has a huge advantage, especially if they can chain revs. That does look like a rev. No? Okay, nice. That's a nice roll. That I don't care about. Okay, it's also not bad for me. They are locking me down against the Dancing Blades. This guy is playing pretty well. Surprised they're in Diamond, maybe they just don't have much time to play. I think they are playing well. So again, Nova-ing the Nova is bad. We could just go face here, right? Why I'm saying it's good because this locks me in against the Dancing Blade. We won't be taking that much damage with Rejuvenator. I go here, otherwise they can Nova all my tiles and my face, which is pretty bad. If I had the Rev here, I would of course have played that so much better, but I just don't have a Rev yet, just like my opponent. They can still hit my face with Nova and override 2 tiles. Next turn I might not be able to play the next Nova yet. I hit face because then the next Nova could be lethal with Void Pulse or general hit or maybe Grasp. And we can lure Rejuvenator, Spectral Blade kind of thing, which is nice. Okay. I think this is the worst card now, because this can at least make Rev a tiny bit less scary. Because I do think I will be playing a lure this turn. Ooh, Rev. Delicious. Yeah, I can't play it with anything else and I will die. I will just have to play these cards. Which kind of sucks, because then I have to play this thing into Nova. If we just had one more mana, we would be in business. Do we just not play this aggressively, or... Ugh. Because Nova on us can be so good here. But I guess I'll just have to play into it. So the reason I went 1 down is because if I stayed here, Nova would be even a bigger problem. This Nova is still pretty decent. Kill this, 4 damage to face, override 2 tiles. But next turn we can Mystic Revenant or something. Their own Revenant would also suck here. Grasp. With Nova. I mean, we're not dead at least. Yeah, Nova. And we have Mystic. Ugh. Isn't it? No, it's not lethal, but it is pretty disgusting. Also cool play not to attack with that. We're just gonna die to their Nova. Which I guess means we play these cards. Because this doesn't protect us against second Nova lethal. At least I won't be salty this time because they played well and they didn't draw any revenants. So I was considering putting the rejuvenator here. Then this would be less punishing. Are we gonna play into more grasps? I guess. I think this tile would be best for us. Because yeah, then we can actually hit his face. But for general, if we need to. Because we could have lethal next turn maybe. The own rev would now finally suck. Not finally. They would finally have it, and it would suck. But yeah, we cannot really die this turn unless they play unexpected burn cards. Nova phase. If they play nothing else, then okay, they'll play something else. Then we're probably fucked. Because this is too much damage and there's no danger of dying. So I was like, oh, they're unlucky that they don't get any refs, but if they have triple Nova, then it's actually better. Do we avoid lethal? Like, I can override 4 tiles, but what if we do only 3? It will be 8 damage, so no, but we would still die anyway, right? So I guess we just have to go for it. This is a nice pool, the void balls. Yeah, we would still have exact lethal against us. So I think that means we play Revenant instead. If we get just 1 more HP. Or 2. I don't know what's better to play here, but I guess Revenant. No reason to play around Nova here actually, because I didn't dead to it, so didn't really need to put this here. I could have put it on a better spot. We don't even have lethal next turn. Rev void balls, I guess. They finally got the rev. I am getting kind of depressed. They played well though. Thank you for the gold. But I just want to win, man. I just want to be good at the game again. Yeah, we dropped 3 fucking ranks. Feels bad, man. No longer better than Nangert. Let's rechat. Was stocked up in fridge? Nothing actually. I had dinner just before stream. Revium delicious. Need swarm Telemancer. Telemancer Waitling Swarm sounds funny. Patient awaiting patch, same. With a spell title to block movement. At what moment did you say that, Amam? I want this patch so I can finally have my liner started cards. Same. I have them, but spirit. Any good winter fruits out there? Berries. I eat frozen blueberries here, but Japan is not that much of a fruit country, I would say. I mean that they don't have many super local fruits. Most of it is imported. We did have lethal next turn, but well, yeah. They had the cards. It took them a long time to find the rev. Was welcome to try lizards. Meh. Another follow. Thanks for the follow, Amam. Let's play a bit more of this. Wait, what? Thanks, Nisar. Now I don't feel depressed anymore. Thanks for the sub. Do you live in Kyoto? Yes. Elizardo. Is card draw just super bad in this game? No. But it doesn't fit in many decks because many decks don't need it. But if your deck needs it, it's good. It'll be super fun when they add Thunderhorn back in. I hope dropped Nisar with the nice emote spam. I like it. I'm gonna check how close I am to new emotes now with this very good command. 7 subs. It's not that much. Money clears depression. It really does. Dog frog. Okay. I finally have this in the early game. Guess I'll keep it. Then maybe I don't need this thing. This is super good. Because I want to find lures, Night Sorrows for Vindicator. We do have 2 turns for that. Gold. Holy shit. If we lose again, then this deck just lost its magic. Because we had a super good win rate with this deck, like 20 out of 22 or something. But it has been ruined today. I'm actually not playing as bad as the other days, I've been noticing. Didn't show up in the win rates. But I feel like I've been making less mistakes than the other past days. Maybe being sick gives you kind of focus, I don't know. I was sick yesterday too though, and I was horrible. I don't want to walk in range of this because Greater Fortitude. If I knew they didn't play it, I would go for it. I have Spectral Blade after all. Frog is feeling the holy way. Heard that if you lose, you go back to bronze. Yeah, if I will lose to gold, I'll go back to bronze, I think so too. Keep up the good stream. White people happy. Thank you. That makes me people happy. Oh, it's not the white one. It's just a regular people happy. Just get good and roll more refs. Yeah, that's why we were winning so much yesterday with this deck. We always drew revs. Thanks. Thanks for the heal. Thanks for the grasp. It's a bit awkward, you know, with the egg. But we have blood here and then this gets bigger. There's a problem. Due to sequencing, we need to put something here first. We can't do the play I want. So we have to do it in a weird way. I'm keeping the Spectral Blade because it's so good against 2-drop spam. So yeah, we don't need to blood tier the egg. Could have replaced for a better 2-drop than this, as we, in a very strange manner, don't need it for the egg. This was one of those turns where we could almost do something very good. But due to sequencing it wasn't possible. So what I would have wanted to do is Spectral Blade, hit this thing with Grasp of Agony, and then blood tier the egg. And keep this a 3-3, like walk forward, don't hit or something. Or hit because of net select, I don't know. But we couldn't do that because of sequencing. Gazer. Akiza. Must replace this. Fuck your... What's his name? Vindicator. We're just going phase here. What else? What else? Sorry. To play around Dark Tide Frenzy. I guess this does it somewhat. Or here, because Dark Tide Frenzy here don't really care. Because they need to deal with this. They probably do want to walk 2 backwards, so... I know Dark Tide Frenzy is rare, but... There's also Flash Mecanter. That's not rare. We actually got the aggro draws. This is not an aggro deck, but sometimes you just only draw Grasp, Blades and 2 drops and your Araki pops off. Okay, I will probably just keep that. Because it can help us finish him off. But they might also just lose right now. Especially because you got the best unblocker card in the game pretty much. One of the better ones anyway. Yeah, that's too slow. I mean, they're dead on board. Because 6 attack general. Well played indeed. Dog Frog. I mean, they were gold, so we shouldn't be too proud here. And we got aggro draws. With a control deck. Bro, is my internet garbage right now? Is the stream really in 144p? Can other people tell that? Because to me, the stream looks okay. Do other people have problem with the quality? Because you've done it without taking damage to general. Maybe we should quickly look at it. Because I looked at it for a long time, I was like, eh. We just are short of making the right play. Because of how the sequencing works. Actually, our win rate is still not bad, still 8 out of 10. But we are rank 8 now instead of 6, and that's very sad. Because the people above us that we were above before are Solofed and Nengert, and those are people that I really want to be above. Because it makes my EP big. And hard, and long, and everything. I could have also replaced something here for a better 2-drop, like I said earlier. But I was like, you know, I can probably aggro him out if I keep all this shit. And I was right. Okay, let's see. Did I take unnecessary damage from general? Let's first see what I actually did. Don't remember well. Okay, I killed this thing. You're probably right. So I blocked here face. Aggressive agony. Hit. Kill the egg. Tempo equip, yeah. I took 1 damage for nothing. So that's not that big of a deal, but I also took a charge of my Spectral Blade. That is a big deal. Why didn't I see that? It's quite simple. Yeah, that's sad. Thank you for telling me. So maybe I'm not playing better than yesterday after all. To not see such simple things. So I fixed it, was leaving my internet, but sound desynced a little bit. Mic is crackling. Sound is fucked since a few moments. Is it okay now? Is this microphone damaged or it's my earphones? I mean, my microphone is normally fine, but apparently I have you literally sound like Mechazord? Nice. Is it okay now? Otherwise I might refresh the stream or something, like stop and start streaming again. I don't know. Feels so for me with the audio has been cracking and delayed just all a few seconds. Weird. My internet is doing totally fine. Maybe it's Twitch. This combo is super nice, but I need a play, right? It's also nice to keep this for stupid Koyata openings. I do have a shit ton of 2 drops, so maybe I keep this. Also for Vindicator. There we go, 2 drops. Now I want grass back. I think Mystic is pretty nice in the early game for healing your own minions. The only better turn 1 play I have is Araki. Is that worth replacing for? We do have a shit ton of healing in the deck. And we'll probably get net celled. It's not bad. I don't like waiting for it, so I guess it's good that I replaced. I have to replace for Spectral Blade. There is Araki. Hi, good luck, have fun. I think it's the same guy anyway. Yeah. There is the net select indeed. Not surprising. Now we're gonna get Dancing Blade. Which is sad. Actually, we just kinda lose against Dancing Blades. Maybe just keep this hand then. Because then we can actually tank some shit from Dancing Blades or lure it away. I guess. This is pretty much my best 5 mana play in the deck, so besides this plus a 1 mana spell. I also have to keep this for Vindicator. That is a 5 mana play, I guess. But I'm not gonna play that if I don't heal from it. And it's better to put it back in the deck for later. I was like, oh, no Dancing Blades then, they're staying in the middle. And then they were going to move there. I hope they don't move there, because we know what that means. See to miss things like that, I do it all the time, same, but I have this whole World Champion title, so I have to play well. The Make It Still Crackling, still roll before it. No, it's not okay for Rockazor, Make It 1%. Sounds about 1 minute ahead of video now. Okay, I think I have to end stream and restart. I'll do that after this game, I guess. Hey, a Vindicator, who would have thunk? So, it will be Mercantor time, and we can't really play around it. I guess we'll then make sure that the Primus Fist, like they have to put the Mercantor in a bad spot. This means they have to put it here or here. Do some face damage to me so that I can finally play this card. Not gonna replace this. This is actually good against Magmar because they cannot interact with it. Looks like no Mercantor, which makes sense. This is not a great Mercantor, right? Especially when you can just do this trade. Slither. Really? You're gonna pre-buff it? When I have Lures and Shrouds? I think I'd rather keep this because I can't use this turn anyway, as this will most likely be my play. Stop giving me all these heals. Do I just pre-play this to make shit awkward for him and don't waste this heal? I'm just gonna pre-play this, because then they can't really summon shit around it with my Nova. I don't know, it's a bad play, but what else am I gonna do with my life? Yes, I'm going face, because Rejuvenator is a card. I definitely don't mind if they walk the Silter back to kill this. And keep drawing heals when I need burst. Well, I guess heals are not bad, because we're facing a 6-7. We have 2 more lures, 3 more shrouds. And that's pretty much it for answering this. We could also suicide the ref maybe, but